Hi class, we're going to be creating infographics to display our knowledge about globalization. To do that, we're going to use a really great site that's user-friendly and intuitive called Piktochart. Piktochart is a free site and it'll just prompt you to sign up an account. So you'll hit sign up and it'll take you to a screen where, it'll say different things. The simple thing is just to click this reddish button that says sign up with Google. Each of you has an account set up with Google through the district, so you can just use your school account to get you through the process. Once you get signed in, and it's literally just as easy as that, it's going to take you to this main screen. You'll see your username up here at the top, and then once you start making more infographics, you can go to these other areas where you can see old infographics you've made. One of the things I like about Piktochart is it makes a lot of templates for you. And so there's 4 basic options of how you can go about making an infographic. So there's the first one, which is your basic infographic. You can make a report, a banner, and a presentation. For what we're going to create, which is a piece of paper, well, an electronic document that we will hopefully print off onto a piece of paper that has a lot of good information that people can read and interact with, I would say we need to do this first option, which is the infographic option. When you click it, it will automatically generate themes or templates down below for you to choose from. So notice if I picked a different one, the templates at the bottom change. So we're going to click infographic, and if you have something specific you want to search for, you can. But I would recommend at the beginning just to look through and see what you like, even if there's something that maybe is really focused on, it says Malaysia and maybe has things on there you don't like. You'll find out in just a moment. It's really easy to delete different features. So if you like the general feel of what you're seeing, you can always change and mold pretty much anything on it once you start creating it. You also have the option just to get a blank slate, and so if you're feeling really creative, you can go for that. But one of the ones that I really like is this one right here. And again, you can pick whatever you would like. Now I do want to point out that these are the free ones up above, and down below are the pro themes, and these will cost money. So they do look really cool and they're really awesome, but I'm going to steer you to the free ones, which are up here, and they're great too. So we're going to go ahead and click create, and you have the freedom to pick whatever you want. You don't have to pick the one that I did. And it's going to take you to this place where we can go ahead and start designing our infographic. Now, one thing I want to point out is that there's some features on the site that are really helpful. So there's a support button and a tour button. And if you click the tour button, it's just going to walk you through the main things of Piktochart. So it's going to show you how to make and click icons and pictures and edit text, to insert images. So this is a really great spot that if you're in the site and you're trying to figure something out and you just can't remember, go ahead and click that tour button and it will help you out. So the first thing I would recommend is giving a title to your infographic. Let's do your last name and then globalization. That way it'll be easy for me to grade them later on. Now this is the template that we chose, and anything in this template can be changed. So sorry, it's going to save a little bit of information for us automatically. Alright, so anything can be changed, and you'll notice with the little dotted lines around things, it shows you anything that can be modified. So we're going to go ahead and click our title bar. You can title it whatever you want. I'm going to write, is globalization good? Now, man, that's way too big. So I'm going to go ahead and I can adjust the size right there on the spot. Let's make it a little smaller. Okay. So you don't even have to highlight it. You can just go ahead and adjust things as long as that is selected, so the text is selected. We can change again the font to make it look however you'd like. Oh man, that's a little too big now, so we just adjust it again. So like I said, very user friendly for you guys to use. Now, as you go through some of these other features, you may say like, man, I don't really think I need that thing. I don't need like a chart or anything with numbers. So you can just easily delete. So right now all I'm doing is selecting by clicking on it with my mouse and just hitting the delete button. But you'll notice like, I have this empty space now. I need to do something with it. So it's really easy to add clip art or an icon. And the amount of clip art they have is really robust. There's lots of options. So you can just easily search. It'll populate right over here. And you can just pick anything that looks good to you. So let's just go ahead and we'll do this one. So you just pick it and then drag it over. And you can easily resize it. And just like that, you've added an image to your infographic. I love that they have this feature because then you don't have to go out into the internet, find something, worry about copyright, come back, put it in. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's just all right here. And like I said, there's so many good options that it makes it really nice and easy for you. You can do the same thing with actual photos. There's lots of good options for shapes and scenery, people, the whole deal. So between the photos and the icons already in the program, you should be pretty good to go as far as getting pictures into the infographic. The other thing that's really nice is it's super easy to add shapes, which, especially in an infographic could be really great. So let's say I wanted to add a star. I just bring it over and I drop it, and literally all I'm doing is clicking and dragging. You can change the color by just going up here to the top, and you can pick whatever color you would like it to be. You can change its transparency. You can also rotate it. Oops, sorry. You can also rotate it. All right, maybe I want my star on the side. So again, really easy to use. We do want to make sure that there's a good amount of text in your infographic because you're going to have to share evidence that you gained about globalization. So this is an example of, man, maybe I could add text to these instead of images. So I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to add text where there hasn't been text before. So over here on the left hand side you can see the text option. You can see some options that are already available, and I'll just do the body text, and then it generated it up here. So I'm going to slide it down, and white on white does not work obviously, so we're going to go ahead and change the color, and we'll just make it blue, and then you can easily resize it, and it'll just resize as you're typing. Globalization rocks. Again, you can always resize the font as well. So it's super easy to add text, and just like with the images, you can rotate things around, change their colors, change their font style, okay, to make it your own and however you want it to be. It is possible to drag and drop images that you get from the internet. I just want to caution you that as you do things like that, remember your digital citizenship guidelines and the idea that copyright is really important. So if you take something from the internet, you need to make sure that you're able to do that, that you're allowed to borrow it from the owner, and that you give proper credit to the people you borrowed it from. To be honest, I really think just being able to navigate the text and add and drop graphics into the template is really all you need. And feel free to play around with it and make it your own. When you're done, you'll just go over here to publish, and we're gonna just say publish now. Say OK, and then you get lots of information. This top one is the main one I want, and you'll just highlight it and press Control-C to copy it, and then that way you guys are going to submit it to me through Google Classroom, or I'm sorry, we're going to submit it through our course sites, and you can just copy and paste that into the assignment folder on our course sites. So like I said, super user friendly. It saves automatically as you go. So if you start working on something on your infographic. You can save it, leave it, come back later, and then ultimately just press publish. I hope that you enjoy using Piktochart. I think it's a really fantastic site. I hope that it allows you to thrive in being creative and innovative. And again, if you get stuck, please feel free to use these options down below, or you can always go on YouTube and search for tutorials on how to use Piktochart as well. Thanks, guys.